What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the 10th episode of the Forever Self-Employed podcast. Today, I'm joined with the Financial Wolf. Man, this kid, very impressive. We're going to talk about candy and all kind of different stuff. Will, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, man?
So my name is Will. I go on YouTube by The Financial Wolf. I've had a lot of businesses. I know I look like I'm like 12 years old. I'm 17, and over the past 2 years or so, I have had so many different businesses. For example, I've done vending machines. I sold candy. I've made videos on that on YouTube, and that's kind of what has helped me grow pretty well on the platform, especially recently. And I do a whole bunch of different things that I'm sure we'll get into in this awesome podcast.
Absolutely. I mean, because last time we talked about your marketing agency,
Oh yeah.
and that was super cool, man. You haven't messed with marketing agencies since that, huh?
No, I've just been focusing on different things. Like I still flip the occasional phone because it's something I know very well. So like if I want to go out and make $100, like I can go out and flip a couple phones.
Right.
And I'm also focusing on scaling YouTube. Like that's a big change since last time we spoke.
Right. Because so last time we spoke, how many subscribers did you have?
I think I was definitely under 2,000. I think I was like at like 1,300, 1,400.
Man, dude, so you've been just climbing the ranks. I mean, November was
Yeah.
like a crazy month for you, right?
Yeah, I think I gained like 9,000 in just 1 month. And going into November, I was at like 2K subs. And yeah, which is crazy. And now I'm at about 15,000. I just hit that today. So it's exciting
Dude, that
stuff.
is absolutely crazy. What trajectory are you on right now? Like how many subs are you getting per day?
So I've had days as high as 700, and so I've been between 3 and 700 every single day.
So what do you think the difference was between the last time we talked and now?
I've just been changing up my content, to be honest. Like I think last time we talked, I was about to go daily. Like I was right before my daily streak in
Right.
August.
Right.
And I've just been putting more time into it, man. Like my watch time has gone up because I'm just grinding on the videos. Like I'm editing them well, I'm producing them better, I'm more comfortable on camera, and people are watching them longer. And also my titles are a little bit more catchy.
Right. So, dude, we talked about this before. We were talking about your YouTube strategy and everything. So you did a challenge where you did 30 videos in 30 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
What
Yeah,
month was that in?
that was in August.
So that was in August. Okay. When did you start blowing up? Was that closer towards November or was
Yeah,
that
yeah. So I started kind of blowing up towards the end of October, beginning of November. And that was really not because of the daily videos, but because I was putting more time into like 2 videos a week. And it was especially because of the candy series. No one on YouTube, for the most part, has made videos where they go to school and sell candy and show the entire process, like even filming at school. And I
right?
did that. And I guess there was a demand for it. And the video is sitting at like 280,000, 290,000 views.
So what made you decide that you were going to start making the candy videos?
So that was actually my first like real business that I can remember. I did some little things when I was younger. Everyone did the lemonade stands, selling Pokemon cards. I believe I did that for a little bit, but it was nothing serious. And but when I started selling candy, like my freshman year of high school, and I actually did it like seriously, I made some pretty good money off of it. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to that. I saw
So you
that there was.
sold candy before you made the YouTube series around selling candy at school?
So I sold it my freshman year, and then my
Mhm.
junior year, I was like, you know what? I want to make some YouTube videos about, how you can make money selling candy. So I just started selling it again at school, and I recorded it.
Right. And nothing inspired. Was there any videos on YouTube that was like inspiring you to do that, or was it just like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it?
Yeah, honestly, I didn't really think too much of it. I thought I would just make, one cool video about it, and that would be it. But people really liked it because I didn't really realize this at the time, but there's nothing like what I did on YouTube other than like, the other part two I made of it. So no,
Right.
there was no other content really like that. So I feel like that kind of separated me, and people really liked that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the difference. I mean, I think I hear a lot of people complaining about how YouTube doesn't care about, it's younger creators or it's newer creators. But
Mhm.
if you can differentiate yourself and you can make yourself unique in a way, like how you did, and you found a whole new market of people. I've seen people buying candy to sell at school, but like you said, dude, I've never seen anyone actually go to school and sell the candy as well.
Yeah, it was definitely, a good idea for me to do at the time. Obviously, if you want to get into this now, I did end up getting in trouble for it. Had an
Right.
interesting conversation with my assistant vice principal or what assistant principal. He
Right.
was a little angry, but you know, what can you do? The video made, some good money, so I'm not gonna complain.
Right. I don't want to get into that just yet, but like I have a couple more questions. So like
Okay.
what was that the video that took off for you? Was that was it the selling candy at school is what kind of propelled your channel and got you into some good recommended spots?
Yeah, so I think that one video where I titled it "I sold candy at school for 1 week" kind of blew up, and then ever since then I've had a few other videos hit pretty well, and that's kind of kept my momentum going. So I did, I sold candy at school for 1 week, and then I did how much I make in 1 day selling candy at school. That got like 40,000 views, and then the third video that's doing pretty well for me right now is a video where I did online surveys for 8 hours straight, and that's at
Right,
like
right, right.
70K. So I've just kind of kept the momentum after having that one hit video.
Right, and I saw that one, man. That was a good one. I like the online surveys.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that video was
What
rough. It
gave you
was
that
real.
idea? It was real.
It was real. So many people in the comments were like, "Oh, he's faking it." Like it was real. I literally sat there for 8 hours on my Saturday and just cranked out some online surveys. And what inspired me to do that video is do you know Ryan Scribner?
No, I don't think. If I saw him, I'd probably recognize him.
Yeah, he's a pretty large channel. I saw him do online servers for 2 hours straight, and I was like, I mean, that's a really good video. It got him 500,000 views, so I was like, I'm gonna do it for 8 hours because like that's like a full work day. So like
Right.
I wanted people to know like how what it was like to like do online service
You
for
know, it'd
eight
been
hours,
cool,
which is a
dude.
full
I
work
think we talked about this, but if you would have streamed yourself for literally 8 hours doing the surveys and then chop some of that footage into the into the video, and you would have said, look, if y'all doubt me, like go watch the stream, you know?
day. Yeah, I think Mr. Beast did something like that where he like counted to 100,000,
Right.
and yeah, that's
I mean, if you're gonna be torturing yourself, you might as well be live the whole time, you know?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. If I make another video where I do it for 24 hours straight, which I
That's a
might
little,
do.
dude, I don't know. That's a little crazy. I don't
I don't
know.
know. It'll be worth it though. People would like that.
Right. And I think last time we talked about your series, Risky Business, and I told you, dude, I knew that some of the videos were gonna pop in that series just because the titles were so good.
Yeah.
So after the candy video pop, did you have anything from that series that kind of took off as well?
Oh, I forgot to mention that. So the selling candy in front of the movie theater video, I think that's at like 70 something thousand views. Yeah, that kind of popped with my selling candy at school video. I think it might have been because of the end screen clicks and it getting, recommended under that video. And yeah, I was hyped about that. I had two videos going off at the same time. The selling candy in front of the movie theater video has kind of died down. It's getting like 3,000 views per 48 hours, which I mean is really good, but it's
Right.
died down a bit.
3,000 views every 48 hours. You're saying that's dying down. The
Well, I
funny
was doing better.
Right. The shift in like your whole perspective is crazy, especially once you start getting some good views on the channel. Like whenever
Mhm.
3,000 in the past 48 hours becomes like, it's slowing down. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a good place to be, is all I'm saying. So when did that video start getting some traction for you? Was it right after you released it, the you selling candy at school?
It wasn't right after I released it. I looked at that and it like around the 7 day mark, it was doing better than an average video. It was at like 2,000 views,
Right.
and it kind of slowly crept up. By the end of October, it was at about 10,000 views. And then in November, it just started blowing up. Like I believe, like November 2nd, November 3rd, it was at 15,000. Then 50,000 just a couple days later. Then 100,000, and it's just going up. Like it's kind of stayed stable at about how much it's gaining per day in terms of views. It's around 10,000 views a day right now.
Oh my goodness, dude, that is
Yeah.
insane. And it's so crazy to me how that all unfolds. And like I try to ask everybody who comes on, especially everybody who's had like a viral video, to kind of
Hmm.
describe that process because it's the most random thing. Like obviously something in the algorithm had to click. And I know it was presenting your video in front of new places and seeing what the click-through rate was and then the video retention was. But it's just so crazy to see like, it take off, and now it's getting 10,000 views a day. How many views does it have on it total now?
It's almost 300,000. Like I can actually check right now. I believe it's like last time I checked, it was like almost 300K.
Okay. Wow, man. And so anybody that just came into the live stream, we were talking, and the last time me and you did a podcast together, how many subscribers did you have?
like 1,400, maybe 1,500 subscribers.
1,400, and now you just hit 15K. You told me that you
Yeah,
got 9K in November, right?
yeah, yeah.
9,000 subscription, dude. That's absolutely incredible. So now let's kind of get into the. Did you get in any trouble at school? Because like I saw your video selling candy at
Uh-huh.
school, and you kind of told me about it. So kind of like break that down. Like how did it happen? And then just break it down for us.
All right, so I haven't actually mentioned this on my YouTube channel, and the reason for that is I couldn't get any footage of talking to my vice principal, right? So if I would have gotten some footage of talking to him, I probably would have posted it, but since it would just be like a story time video, I don't really know if anybody would want to watch that. So this
Okay,
is
wait. Well,
exclusive.
I hope that I hate to cut you off, bro, but like me and you have talked about this, so I want to make sure that everyone else knows as well. Because I told you to make sure that you didn't have your school in your video, and and I asked you, did people at your school know that you were making these videos? And you told me, yeah, dude. So even though people knew that you were making these videos, you were still willing to go in there and record the principal and then make that another video.
Hell yeah, like I don't care. Like I want the content, man. Like yeah, that would have been a good video, and I care more about the content than getting in trouble. So
So,
more
like, if it
important to
came
me.
to expulsion, if they were like, "Well, you either have to delete these videos or you're expelled," what would it be?
Dude, I really like those videos. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. Like that'd be a hard choice for me. Like if it was suspension, like 100%, I would keep those videos up. But
Yeah.
expulsion, like I don't know. I mean, there's always another school I can go to.
Right,
So
right, right. Yeah, yeah. There's
I
always
keep the
another one.
video up probably.
Okay, so how did you get caught with it, and then what happened after you went to the principal?
All right, so there's this idiotic teacher at my school. So I was selling candy. I was trying to get some clips for a video, and I was in class, and I asked someone to film me while I was selling candy to someone. And the teacher, he sees me, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I didn't really care because like all my other teachers kind of knew what I was doing. They just kind of kept on the down low, and I didn't know this teacher was such a snitch.
Right,
So I told him what I did, and he's like, "Oh, you can't do that." And then he asked me like, what's going to make you stop selling candy? Because I remember you got in trouble your freshman year. And I was like, nothing. I'm going to do it forever. And he got pissed. Like I shouldn't have said like that. If I would have been like, oh, sorry, I won't do it again.
right.
But I didn't. And he took my bag and I was like, crap. And he also took my phone and he walked down to like the in school suspension room, dropped it off. I had to sit there with like a bunch of the other kind of sketchy kids at my school in the in school suspension room. And they all know me for like either my YouTube channel or like selling candy. And they're like, what are you in here for? And I was like, oh, apparently I can't sell candy. And they're like laughing. And then after like an hour of sitting in that room, the vice principal comes in. He's like, "Hey, Will, can I talk to you?" I was like, "Sure, finally." And I go in his office, and he's like, "Yeah, well, you're not allowed to sell candy because you've gotten in trouble for this before." And I was like, "Well, you don't know I was selling candy. Like, you don't have any proof." Like, I just said that just to be dumb because, like, I don't know. I just like tried to get away with it. And he's
Right.
like, "Well, you also do have a YouTube channel with like videos you're posting about it." And man, he from there he said like, and I was like, how do you know that? He's like, I see kids watching the videos, and he's like, yeah, you can't be doing that. You're filming the school. Like, if we let you do this, we'd have to let everyone do this, and that doesn't work. And from there, he pretty much just said, you're not in trouble right now. Like he put like a discipline action, like sent an email to my parents, like nothing like big. And they said if I do it again, then he's gonna like actually punish me. So I'm
Right.
debating whether to make another episode of candy selling at school or not.
Because I mean, at this point, you probably made a good amount of money from from those
Yeah,
videos, right?
I've made 1,500 bucks from the two selling candy at school videos alone. Like, so
Wow,
pretty
dude,
well.
that's so funny, man. That's so much more profitable than
Yeah.
the actual act of selling the
Yeah,
candy.
exactly, exactly. Yeah, people were commenting on my big video. They're like, he definitely made more off the video than like actually selling it at school. Like at school, selling it, I probably made like $100 profit like
Right,
over the entire time,
right.
and I made like way more off the video. Yeah.
Dude, so you must be like a minor celebrity then at school by now, huh?
No, yes, no. Like it's funny because like when I first started my YouTube channel, people were like, "Oh, that's so stupid." Like they would like make fun of it, and now
Right.
they're like, "Oh, it's cool." Like 15K, they like congratulated me on 10,000. It's funny how that works.
Yeah, now you're cool, you know, like
Yeah, now it's
in,
cool.
in the beginning you were just like the kind of like the weird guy with like a YouTube channel, like, oh, this dude thinks he's gonna be YouTube famous, dude, and then all of a sudden it's
Yeah.
like, dude, I gotta tell you that you got some guts, man, especially like recording the school and everything. I don't know, dude. That's just, I commend you on
Yeah, my opinion, I don't really see it as a big deal. Like, I mean, people do such worse stuff.
right.
Like, I'm filming me selling candy. Like, they're
Just
just
in
dumb.
this modern age or era of like the kids in school and like being protective and
Hey,
everything else,
Jaime.
like
Sorry, I'm
how they
saying what's up to the people in the chat. Sorry.
no, you're good, man. We can address the chat real quick, dude. Let me shout out a couple people in the chat. So, we had Jamie Farnsworth, that boy KJ, Parker Thompson was in here for a little bit. Let's see, Vending Heads, aka Valdez Vending. Dude, we had Quick Play in here.
Big play. Yeah, they're awesome.
We got all the big, all the big vending people in here. Jaime was in here for a little bit. So big shout out to all you guys. Thank y'all so much for hopping in here. We really appreciate it. So are you gonna try to sell anything else at school?
Yeah, so I actually have some awesome video ideas. Like, I'm gonna do a video where I sell fake AirPods, those fake AirPods from China.
Right.
I'm not only gonna be trying to sell them at school though, like I'll try and sell them online. I even have like part of the video where I'm gonna like try and sell it to GameStop. Like, it's gonna be a good video where I just try and sell these fake AirPods I bought from China. And I don't know how well that will go. It's just, trying something new because they said I couldn't sell candy, but they never said like I can't sell fake AirPods. They didn't like tell me specifically no selling stuff. So I might start selling ice cream. Like, just like I have good ideas. So
Yeah,
we'll
but
try and find.
that was one of my other questions. You literally brought a cooler into school. I don't know how you can be like discreet with a literal cooler that you're dragging behind you.
Like, actually, I didn't get caught that day. Like, I literally just walked around through my lunchroom with the cooler. The teachers didn't like even the administrators were in the lunchroom. They didn't say anything. Like, I don't think they cared. They just pretended not to see it. But when that teacher snitched on me over selling candy, then they're like, oh, okay, now it's time to discipline him. Like, they were gonna leave me
Bro,
alone
you should get
until that.
You should get a rolly backpack and like just line it with like the liner of like a lunchbox and then fill it with ice and drinks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That way it's just a rolly book sack, but it's also got drinks and stuff in it.
For sure. Like, I gotta find a way to do it discreetly. And like the recording aspect of it just makes it harder because I have someone standing behind me with my camera.
How did you
Like,
choreograph that? How did you choreograph having somebody
oh,
film you?
very smart way. So you don't pay them money, you offer them candy. So I offered a kid every single day at lunch to film me for like 15 minutes, like 10, 15 minutes. And I would give him like, some Mountain Dew. I give him Kit Kats, like any candy he wanted, I would give it to him.
Man, that's hilarious. Yeah, I actually watched one of your episodes and you called a girl and you said, "Hey, would you mind filming me tomorrow? Or would you mind being lookout for me?"
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was Jaime asked, do people at school know you make YouTube vids? Yes, they do. Like, they knew from the beginning pretty much. I like just told them, like, because my opinion is, no, if I tell everyone about my YouTube channel, then I have to keep making videos. It kind of holds me accountable. And it worked pretty well. Like, even when people were like, "Oh, that's kind of dumb," it kind of motivated me to like keep making videos. And now they think it's cool. Like, they congratulated me on 10,000, and people like it now.
I mean, dude, you went from 10,000 to 15 in what, like a few days? I mean,
Yeah.
or like a week?
Yeah, it kind of went pretty fast. It's weird how that works. Yeah.
Dude, if there's anybody who knows how fast it can go, it's Jaime, dude. That
Yeah.
dude, he jumped way up real quick too.
Yeah, and he's still killing it. I watch his
He's killing
videos.
it,
They're
man.
really good. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. You can tell he puts a lot of time into him, especially like with the color corrections and just the audio's on point, everything, man.
Mhm.
Yeah. So big shout
Exactly.
out to Jaime. Okay, so hardest part about selling candy in school.
Hardest part about selling candy in school for me is not selling it. It's very easy for me to sell it. The hardest part is not getting in trouble. Like, at first, when I started selling candy at school again, like, I didn't even worry about that aspect because I was like, if I get caught, like, I'm only gonna make like a few videos on it. It's not a big deal. But then, like, as like people like really liked it, I started enjoying it more. People at my school were always asking me, "Hey, will do you have candy?" So then I just started selling every day. And then it became a concern. Like, I don't want to get caught because I want to keep doing this. And I just tried to stay on the down low, had people record me, and try to do my transactions when people weren't looking.
Right. So best candy to sell then. What was like the most popular at school?
All right, so yeah, I just made a video about this. Pepsi and Mountain Dew, like drinks sell so well. Those are the drinks I sell, and the reason I drinks sell really well is because oh, Brad's here. Hey, Brad, sorry, I just keep saying hi, but
No,
what's
it's
up,
okay.
everybody?
Just if you answer it, then we can address the chat like after the like after
Oh,
you answer the question, I'll just pop everybody up and we'll shout them
okay,
out.
sounds good. All right. Yeah, so best candy to sell at school. I just made a video on this. Pepsi, Mountain Dew are the drinks I sell. And then the reason they sell so well is because at my school they only sell diet drinks. So if you sell the sugary soda, that's what they want, and it has a high profit margin too. So I get a 36 pack of Mountain Dew or Pepsi for $7, and I sell them each for $1 each, and then I make a total profit of like $29 per case I sell. So super high profit. That's why it's the best candy or slash drink to sell at school. Another great thing to sell is cosmic brownies. Like kids at my school, like will buy them up. Like I can even sell them for $1,
Right.
and like a 12 pack of those cost me like $2. So another very high profit item you can sell.
Right.
Skittles and Starburst and Kit Kats are like my other three. I'd say that you should definitely go for.
Dude, that's absolutely crazy. Okay, we'll just address the chat real quick. So big shout out to Azan Khan. He says,
Ooh.
"Yo," and if you guys have, if the chat has any questions, just go ahead and throw them in, and like we'll answer a question, and then we'll go, through everybody else's questions. So, big shout out to Brad Finn, the Finn
yeah, he
mindset.
Yeah, he's in our like we do like a little YouTube group sometimes, and he's in it. So yeah, he's a good friend of mine. Makes great videos on like more personal finance stuff about like getting out of debt, becoming financially independent. So if you learn how to make some money, you better go to his channel, learn how to manage it.
Come on, big shout out to Brad Finn, then man. We got Big Hopper 2 in here. OMG, I can't believe that Jamie is here. I think he meant Jaime, but yeah. Jamie and Jaime were both in here. So maybe he meant both of them. I don't know. Kyle Dexter says hi. Brad Finn says, "Will you try Venmo yet?"
Yeah, he recommended that instead of having cash transactions, I try Venmo because they can't see a cash transaction going on if they just, Venmo me from my phone. I've
Oh, that's
thought about
good.
it. Like I think I'm gonna start taking orders, but the only thing is like if I try and record it, like the clips aren't as satisfying,
Right.
but I could make a video about, taking orders and doing Venmo and like I'll get your
Wait, like
can
taking orders before like the school day starts is what you're saying?
So no, I keep the candy in my locker and then I
Right.
go around my lunchroom. It's like, hey, who wants candy? This is what I have. I'll get it to you before seventh hour, which is like the last period of my day.
Right.
And I could take orders and like deliver it to them like during the day. That'd
Dude,
be
that is
good.
wild. I love it, man. That'll be awesome. Okay, so Azan Khan says yes, the brownies. I bought one pack with 12 going on the first day. And Azan actually did a similar series to you. Like he sells candy at school. He has the honor
Mhm.
boxes and everything else.
Yeah. I was just gonna mention that. Yeah, he's killing it too. Like he has a few videos that have a few thousand views. So it's true. The candy videos they do well. They do well.
He's got some good banger videos. All right, so this was my next question. Parker kind of asked it. He said, do they have drink machines at school? Do they have any machines at school? Any vending machines?
Yeah, so they do have drink machines at school, but the reason that I'm able to sell a ton of drinks is because they don't only have the healthy stuff. They only have like diet, they have like, just like really weird like non-sugary drinks that like no one wants to have.
Right.
So I meet that demand by selling everything people want. Like I was going to start selling Monster, I was going to sell everything and that's what people really want. They don't want the stuff that we have at our school from the vending machines.
How are you keeping them cold though? You can't be bringing that cooler in school every day, huh?
No, actually, I only brought that for the video as a joke. But I have like a little pouch, like kind of like a lunchbox pouch. The
Right.
only thing that sucks about that is it can only like hold like 12 drinks.
Right. But I mean, that's a case or, 12,
Yeah, like a
12 pack.
case. Yeah, I'll sell like $12 worth a day. Like
And
if
how
I
much
had a
are you
bigger bag.
making? How much are you making on like a 12 pack?
On a 12 pack, I'm probably making like $9.
See, dude, that's
Yeah,
good
really good
profit
profit margin. Yeah.
on a daily. Okay, so let's see. Carl Dexter says, yeah, what? I only got milk. LOL. I don't know what that means. I used to sell at school, but the market was saturated. How do you deal with other sellers? Are there any competitors?
See, at high school, like this is the same thing. When I first started selling candy at school, everyone was like, "What the heck are you doing? Like, that's so stupid." And then when I started doing it, people started buying from me. People were like, "Oh, that's cool." And honestly, I don't have any competitors. Like, I'm kind of just the guy at my school that sells stuff. Like,
Yeah.
people knew me freshman year. Like, I used to sell candy. Like, I had headphones. Like, I had everything you needed. Like, I had phones. Like, I used to sell my friends' phones. Like, I'm just kind of the kid that sells stuff. I don't really have any competition. That's more in middle school when you kind
Okay.
of see that when more kids are selling.
Just the plug then, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm the plug.
Parker Thompson says, airdrop the whole school. You're now taking Venmo. LMAO.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I should definitely do that.
That would be funny.
Get the
Let's see.
word out.
Azan says, my school has 3 vending machines, chips, and everything, but they don't sell hot chips and soda. So I might be doing that soon. But everyone is copying me at school, so it's going to be interesting. Um,
Ooh,
yeah, dude. Sounds like Azan's got a little competition then.
he's got a bit of competition. You gotta set yourself apart.
So how are you? Do you eat lunch? I guess during lunchtime is like your busiest time, right? Or is it in class?
No, it's definitely during lunch. Like I sell like probably 2/3 of my day. No, I don't even eat lunch. I just, I get out of school at like 2, so like it's not that big of a deal for me. Like if I'm
Right.
selling candy, I don't eat lunch. No.
Right. You should just post up in the same spot at lunch every day and just say, look, if y'all want something, y'all know where to find me or something.
Yeah, and he said like the teacher said that if he finds out by someone snitching on me, and there are like really stupid people at my school that would just do that. So
Right.
I don't really care that much though. I feel like if I get some good video quality from it and like it's fun for me to do, like I'll just go ahead and do it. Like I think I'm probably gonna start again soon.
Right. Well, hey, okay, so before we got into the live stream, you were telling me about how you accidentally leaked your number in a video. So
Hmm.
can you kind of tell that story and then like tell us what it's been like since your number's been leaked, especially with, your channel blowing up the way
Yeah,
it's done?
so I accidentally leaked my number in a video I made, like my first episode of Risky Business, where I tried to buy phones in front of the Eco ATM because I said, the Eco ATM scams you, and I buy phones myself. Like I used to have an iPhone reselling business, like buying and selling phones, and I pay like twice the amount the Eco ATM does. So I stood in front of stood in front of the Eco ATM with a sign and I said, "Hey, if you want a better service for like an electronic you're trying to sell, give it to me instead of the Eco ATM." Long story short, it didn't really go well, but I had my phone number on the sign, and in one of the clips, I forgot to blur it. So now people see that and they call it. And I didn't, this video was released 5 months ago. I got maybe like 3 or 4 calls in the beginning. And
Right.
now, literally every day, I probably get like 10 calls. And I mean, I answer some of them because like they're people who watch my videos. Like I want to show them some respect. Like
Mm.
they're cool. And then other times, like I'm trying to do something and my phone's just going off because like it's not like I keep getting calls from all these different people. It's one person calling over and over and over and over again until I pick up.
Why don't you just block them then? Are you
I
answering any
do.
of these calls?
Some of them I do. Yeah, if they just call once and I feel like talking to someone, like sure I'll answer. But if someone's just calling over and over and over, I'll just block them.
Dude, that's hilarious. And then what do they
Yeah.
want when you answer? Like, what are they saying?
It's like a 30-second conversation each time. It's like, is this it's all little kids too. It's like, is this the financial wolf? I'm like, yeah. And then they'll be like, oh, I love your videos. Bye. And I'll be like, okay, bye. That's literally it. Yeah.
I think that's a big thing. Whenever your video started blowing up, it seems like it was putting the videos in front of younger demographic, right?
Hmm.
Um, so like how has that been? I mean, I was saying like I had a video that was blowing up in the same sense. So I think our views were probably about the same. But since
Hmm.
you were getting a younger audience, I feel like all of them were subscribing. I feel like that's how you've been climbing in subscribers so fast. What's your comment section been like since it's been blowing up? Like, is it crazier, Has your,
Yeah, it's
has your audience changed substantially?
yeah, definitely. So I still have like my OG people who watch me. Like I still like know all their names. Like I'm still friends with all of them. It's just the people who like kind of started following me more recently. They're all way younger, and I feel like that's a good thing because that's who my videos appeal to. That's exactly where I want to be. And another great thing I thought about is like as I get older and as I make more mature content, those younger kids are gonna age with me, so they're going to be interested in my make money content, as I grow. But yeah, another thing about that, the difference between the audience is I definitely get a little bit more hate, and it makes me kind of think a little bit more before I'm uploading. Like I used to just willy nilly, record, upload, and now like when I get the hate comments, like sometimes I try and like make the video less so that people are able to critique it, because like I used to get comments all the time like, oh, you look 12, or like my forehead's too big or something. Like they get disturbed about like the littlest things. And another comment I get all the time, you guys can comment on the live stream if you notice this. My mouth apparently is weird how I talk, like because I like always smile when I talk. People get so annoyed on my
That's just because you're
videos.
a friendly person. I do the same thing. But yeah, so how have you been able to deal with the hate? Has it like gotten to you to any extent, or
No, there are certain comments that really make me mad, and that's when people say my video is fake. Like I hate that. That's the only thing I really don't like.
like what
But
video are they? What video do you think they're saying is fake?
the online surveys video, the selling candy at school, like they say I'm faking it. Like I'm not faking it. Like that makes me mad. Other than that, no, none of the hate really gets me. Like my forehead's too big, or I look like I'm 12. Like that doesn't really bother me. I just don't respond to those comments. But the videos that say that I made fake content for views, or I'm fabricating content for views, makes me angry.
Right, right, right. I can see how that would be the case, but
Yeah.
next time just live stream it. Let them know.
Hell yeah.
Not to mention, you think about all the watch time and everything. People, for some reason, I've had so many videos pop up in my recommendeds that were just like 8 or 10 hours long. Like one video that popped up was like, "Come study with me," and it was like just some girl at a desk for 10 hours straight just studying.
How do you study for that long? Like I would get sick after 9 minutes. Kids
I,
just like study for 10 hours. Like what
I
the
think that's
heck?
what she does though. Like I clicked on her channel because I was intrigued. I was like, "Does this girl do this all the time?" And sure enough, she had like all these videos of her just studying for multiple hours on end.
How do you do that? That is, oh God.
So with all the kids coming onto your channel, are you worried about the COPPA or COPPA or that whole deal?
So it was a concern for me, really, really largely in the beginning when it like first got released, because I was like, crap, this is really gonna suck. But I started thinking about it. It's content that appeals to kids under 13.
Right.
And I mean, although there are some, it's definitely probably not the majority of my audience for the most part. I know the people that kind of watch my stuff are like 14, 15, maybe a little
Right.
younger than me. And I mean, I am somewhat concerned about it, especially with the selling candy at school videos. But I am for now saying that my videos aren't for kids, because when I think of kids content, like you think of Legos, you think of like dolls, like just random stuff like that.
Right.
My business content for the most part does not appeal to children. Doesn't mean they won't watch it, but it's not all of my audience. So right now the rules on COPPA are pretty, they're not very clear. So I'm for now saying that it's not directed towards kids.
Right. Like this guy, Dearman 2019, he said I'm 12. I
He's
think he
12.
probably he probably came over from your from your channel.
Yeah,
Shout him out to live
probably.
stream.
Yeah, so appreciate you being here, man. Glad you're liking the live stream.
Hey, thanks, dear man. We appreciate it, brother. Okay, so let's see, dude. I've been doing something kind of crazy, and I kind of want to talk about it on here. So kind of like a challenge. I was just thinking to myself, like, what kind of way could I get like somebody big on my podcast? And I was like, what if I just message like 10 really big Instagram people, and then like first message day one of trying to get so and so on my podcast, and
Hmm.
then like day two of trying to get so and so on my podcast, and like literally like just see how many days I can message them for.
Yeah, that'd be a good video, because I've seen people do like I DM like 1,000 celebrities to see who would respond. Like that'd be something cool to do.
Right. So I don't know, dude. I've messaged a couple of them. I'm on like day 3 or 4. I don't know if there's any laws against this or not, but I think like if I could just land one person, I think that would be a win in itself. And then like
Uh-huh.
I don't know, dude. It's just something I'm trying out.
I think
And
it
then
would be awesome. Yeah.
all right, and then maybe I'll make a video about it later. I'm not sure how I would feel. I know you probably get DM'd. I get DM'd on Instagram. I'm not sure how I would feel if somebody. I feel like I'd eventually answer because I'd be like, "Wow, this guy's persistent."
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, and I mean, you don't know if you never reach out, right? The worst they can do is ignore your message or say no.
Or
Like,
block me, right?
yeah,
You
or
know?
block you. But like, if they're gonna block you, they probably wouldn't respond to you anyway, right? So, no
Right.
big
But
deal.
like imagine like I message Mr. Beast like 137 days in a row. And he's like, all right, dude, like he's like scrolling through the messages. He finally clicks on it just for whatever reason by
Mhm.
happenstance. And I don't know, dude. Who knows? You know, I just might keep it going. I'm not sure.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Yeah, I
Who
think
knows? So yeah, it'll be a little challenge that I've been doing. You know, when I get bored, I just start messaging people on Instagram.
yeah, for sure. That's a good way to do it because you never know. Like he might see that message. He might be on Instagram at exactly that time and be like, you know what? I feel like doing a podcast with Forever Self-Employed.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. So it's a little challenge I've given myself because Gary Vee always talks about like using Instagram to your advantage. And
Mhm.
dude, actually I don't know, there's this show called Gas Monkey Garage. It's called Fast and Loud on Discovery Channel. And the main character or the main like guy is his name is Richard Rawlings. And I messaged him and I was like day one of messaging Richard Rawlings to try to get him on my podcast. And like I don't know if maybe his management runs his account, but somebody liked one of my pictures though.
Really? That is
Yeah, yeah.
awesome. Good for you, man.
After one day, so I'm like, dude, this has got to be a sign that I need to continue this.
Yeah, you got to keep going. You never know if you don't reach out, man.
I just hope no one gets like a restraining order on me or anything,
Oh
you know?
no, no way. There's so many people spamming. Like they'll block you if they're annoyed. Like that's the worst that can happen.
Right,
And
right, right.
Brad asked, "This is a quality setup. You streaming with OBS?" No, we're actually streaming with StreamYard, and my side isn't that quality because we spent so long trying to get my side set up because I was trying to do it for my phone and my webcam on like this laptop's not that good. But you
Right.
know, it's doing the job. It's doing the job.
No, dude, it looks I think your side looks great, man. You know, and I'm sure Brad would say the same. Brad probably thinks your side looks great. Good question, Brad. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was looking for a good streaming platform because like I wanted to do these podcasts, but I figured they would be more entertaining if we did them in front of like a live audience and had people actually interacting within the podcast. So that's why I'm doing this. And, you know,
Mhm.
obviously Brad enjoys it, so that's cool. That's you know, one person at least. Plus
That's
we
what
had
counts.
some other big people in here as well. So let's go ahead and get into some of your like your YouTube strategy, how that's kind
All
of
right.
changed and evolved with, you know, getting bigger.
All right. So, I guess the main thing I've really changed is focusing on each video. Like, I guess like I used to upload daily and just focus on putting a piece of content out.
Well, look,
Now I'm
take us back, Will. Take us back to that you did the 30 videos in 30 days challenge. Take us
mhm.
back to that. What did you find after you did 30 videos for 30 days?
All right, so it was a very important experience for me. You know, when I started daily uploading in August, I learned a ton. Like I got better at my YouTube thumbnails. I got more comfortable on camera because before the 30-day challenge, I was uploading maybe one or two videos at max per week. Because, you know, and they weren't videos that took me a ton of time to make because at that time I was still focused on, you know, making money through phone flipping. And YouTube was really just a place for me to go to talk about what I was passionate about, which was making money. And when I was talking on the phone with one of my friends, you know, I was telling him, you know, my ultimate goal would actually be to go full time on YouTube. I'm really having a lot of fun with it. You know, I'm starting to see some results. Like I think I had just gotten monetized at that point. And he was like, you know, if that's what you really want, make a video every day. You know, put the most time into that. You don't need the money right now because I was like concerned, like, you know, if I put so much time into YouTube, I'm not going to make as much money from other things. And he's like, you know, don't care about the money right now. Just focus on daily uploading. So I did it. I spent a ton of time on YouTube. I had a lot of fun that month. I
Right.
made like $80 from ad revenue throughout the entire month. September, I
Was
changed my
this
mind.
was this the first month after you had been monetized?
Yes.
Okay.
And then September, I decided, you know what? Instead of daily uploading, I'm going to spend just as much time on my YouTube channel, but I'm not going to upload daily. I'm going to make one or two videos a week, but they're going to be great videos. And I started seeing results from there. You know, I started getting videos, you know, get 800 or 1,000 views over a few days. And they even started kind of getting suggested a little bit. And I was like, I'm onto something because I was getting videos with good watch time, good click through rate because I was spending time on making quality videos and I was making good thumbnails too. So I kept doing it. and it kind of did. I grinded through August, September, October. I was at like 2,000 subscribers. I had one video that really went well, and the rest is kind of history, I guess.
So from your experience, it was better to do the quality over quantity method.
100%, because the two most important figures on YouTube, if you guys don't know, is watch time and click through rate. YouTube's algorithm determines, if people like the video by, if they click on it, like a 10% click through rate means 1 in 10 people click on your video, which is really good.
Right.
And then how much they're watching the video for, because that means you can't just clickbait and have a black screen. You have to get someone to click on the video and then keep them engaged. And there's other small factors like likes, comments, shares, I guess,
Yeah, I
kind of
don't know
help the
how
video.
much those contribute to it, but I definitely agree that click-through rate and watch time are the two main metrics that get videos pushed.
100%. Yeah. And I kind of learned more about YouTube, and I just focused on hitting those metrics. I made videos with the intention of getting people hooked by the title and getting them to watch through the video. And uh, I'm going to share this, but this is something I've been doing. It doesn't mean that's like what everyone should do, because this is very, very specific to what I've been doing recently.
Right.
I've been making videos over multiple days so people follow the journey, right? I've been doing a lot of videos where I try something for 1 week because people want to watch throughout that entire week.
Right.
And if they're watching throughout the entire process, guess what? My watch time is going to be higher. And if it's like an enticing business model they're curious about, the click-through rate is going to be high. Like on that candy video, 15% click-through rate, 6 minutes average view duration.
Right. No, absolutely. And it's all about telling the story. I agree with that. The longer it takes you to make the video, it seems like more enticing. Obviously, to some extent, you wouldn't want to take a whole year to make a video, but like doing those 30-day challenges where you take people through each day and there's like a transformation at the end, that's what people want to see, and it gets them hooked until that very end,
Have you
Okay.
I'm actually going to bring up a channel. So this kid, like we've actually talked about him in the past. His channel is Tyler Oliveira.
Right. Yeah.
Dude, that kid's mastered the algorithm. I feel like he knows like how to get people to watch through, and he does a very good job of it. So if you guys are curious about learning about how to master the algorithm on YouTube, or at least get videos to do better, go check out his channel.
Well, the funny thing is too is that he I've watched a lot of his videos. He tries to do those big challenges, kind of sort of along the lines of Mr. Beast, but he does a lot of those like body transformation challenges. Like he did the ab one. He did I trained like Rock for 30 days.
Yeah.
One Punch Man. Like all those videos got him over 1 million views. It's like people just want to see him, like what kind of transformation they can get if they follow this for so many days.
100%. You got to tell a story, because then people will stick with you.
It's interesting, man. Definitely. And, there's some good takeaways there. Spend a little bit more time on the video, a little bit better quality. I'm implementing 2 different strategies right now on YouTube. So I have my main channel, which is Forever Self-Employed, and then I have this channel, Forever Self-Employed Podcasts and Clips. So on the main channel, I'm doing more like what me and you were talking about. We're doing longer videos, try to keep people engaged longer, and then trying to tell that story. But on this channel, I'm literally trying to drop. I want it next year, dude. I want to drop. I've done this so far from like the middle of December until now. I've literally dropped 2 videos a day, and I want to do that the entire next year, and try to rank for as many different things as I can, and try to win in search on that channel.
And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen right now. So your Forever Self-Employed channel, you're going to get videos that pop off. On this channel, you're going to get a lot of videos that are evergreen, right? People are going to be searching it. Like from this podcast, you're going to get clips on, how to sell candy at school. You're going to make videos from the podcast, and then people are going to find it, and then they're going to be consistently, clicking on it. So the views on this channel are going to be very consistent. People are going to be watching, watching multiple videos on your channel due to search. While on your Forever Self-Employed, you're going to get recommended.
Right. And what I really wanted with this channel too is to be able to break out of what I was known for on Forever Self-Employed. Like if I wanted to make a diet challenge video, I would have no problem throwing it up on here, because there's like 2 videos popping up a day. Like I'm uploading 2 videos a day on here, so I could upload that. Plus, I want to be able to go live 2, 3, 4 times a week on here doing this kind of thing, and like having a chat that can engage with you. I wouldn't feel comfortable going live on my main channel like multiple times a week.
Yeah. Yeah, because you feel like people are going to get annoyed and unsubscribe. This is the channel where you can just upload what you want. You can test things out.
Right.
Like instead of testing things out in front of 20,000 people, you can try things out on the smaller channel with your really loyal fans that follow you,
Right,
because
right, right, right.
that's who you have right now. But obviously that'll expand as you come up more in search.
No, absolutely. Let's address the chat right quick. So, wait, hold on. Let's go back to this one. So, I'm not even sure how to say something. Jigglypuff said, "I'm scared to sell candy and go up to people." Any advice for selling candy at school if you're a little bit more timid, I guess?
Well, it's just something you got to get over, right? In the beginning, like my freshman year, I just went up to every single table. People didn't really know who I was. And people at first were like, what the heck is this kid doing? Like, he's trying to sell me candy. Like, this isn't first grade. And I would go up to people and they kind of like laugh at first. And then other people would be like, hey, yeah, sure, I'm getting some candy. Cause like they think it's funny. So you're going to get one of two reactions. And honestly, like, what are they going to do? Like, they're not going to do anything. They're just going to not buy candy, or they're going to buy candy. The worst they're going to say is no. They're not really going to make fun of you. So you just got to get over it. Trust me, if you do it one day, you'll realize it's really not that bad. So just, it's weird to say it, but you just got to do it and try it one time. Go to one table, and you're gonna realize it's not as bad as you think.
Right, and I would say start off with your friend group,
Mm-hmm.
try to sell within your friend group and see if that kind of expands, see if you can't branch it out from there.
Yeah, that's a good advice. Just start selling to your friends' friends. Maybe go to one extra table every lunch period, and
Right.
soon you people spread the word, right? So
Or I was just gonna say if they have vending machines, hang out by the vending machines or something,
oh
I don't
yeah,
know.
that's a good idea. Yeah, just be strategic with it. If you're nervous, just go to a few tables to start.
Right, right, right. Absolutely. Take it slow. Brad Finn says, I want to do the same stuff, but the split screen and chat looks good. Thank you, Brad. Really appreciate that, man. Let's see. Andrew says, what up? I sell drinks and chips and pop, and I made 673 my first week. I don't even know if that's real,
That
but that's
is
pretty crazy.
insane. That's over $100 a day, dude. Like, you must be killing it. You must
I
be
don't know how
hustling
you
like
would even
crazy.
bring in that much food and candy into the school. Let's see. Aqua Spams says I'm trying to hit 50 subscribers. Come on, Aqua Spams.
You got this, man.
He says, Wolf, I've been watching 42 years.
For 2 years. Yeah, I've
42.
I've almost been uploading for I've been uploading for 18 months now, so almost 2 years. So you've been
Oh,
watching from the
wow, man.
beginning, man. Appreciate
Wow.
you.
So, for somebody who says, I'm trying to hit 50 subscribers, what advice would you give to this kind of person? Somebody just starting out, really.
I was actually just gonna go back to that.
Right.
So, I get DMs on Instagram sometimes, and people are like, "Dude, how'd you grow so fast?" Like, I've been doing YouTube for 4 years, and the thing is, they don't focus on the content, and they're not consistent with it. So they'll just. I'm not saying that you aren't aqua spams. Everyone's got to learn, but I get people. They'll reach out to me. They're not making very good videos. No offense. They're just like putting stuff out there. Focus on something you would watch. Like, make a video you would personally want to watch and are proud of, and try to stay consistent with it. Like, at least once a week, maybe pick a day every single week and upload on that given day. Like, Graham Stephan does it great. He's a huge finance channel. He uploads Monday, Wednesday, Friday, has been doing that since the beginning of his channel. His first videos, they weren't very good, but he kept getting better, kept improving, kept staying consistent, and over time he grew. And to get to that first 50 subscriber mark, I always recommend uploading as much as possible in the beginning. And the reason I say that is because you're going to be more comfortable on camera. Like, when I did the 30-day challenge, like, I got way more comfortable on camera than how I was before that. So just get as much time on camera in the beginning, and then from there, try and improve your content and make something you would personally watch. So content is number one, 100%.
Content is king. And I would definitely say for anybody who's trying to grow on the platform, learn how the platform works. I mean, I think a lot of people think that people grow on YouTube by happenstance, but in reality, there's so many different practices and different strategies that you can implement. So go and find some of those YouTubers, like Roberto Blake, like
Mm-hmm.
some of those bigger guys, Nick Nimmin, and just learn from
Daryl
them.
Eves. Yep.
Daryl Eves, dude, that's what I did, man. I just buried myself in all this YouTube strategy, YouTube talk. I probably went over my head, but I was like, you know what, dude, I want to take it all in because
Mm-hmm.
one day I want to, really want to grow on this platform.
Yeah, heck yeah. If you put so much time into something, like, you really do want to grow.
It's
Like
almost like a
it,
sport, like you're not going to run out on the soccer field and just like make the team and start and play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like so many practices, so many different efforts go into getting to that point. Yeah. So focus on the little things, man. Get some videos out, thumbnails, titles, all that good stuff, and just try to make some quality stuff. Parker Thompson says, you're good at doing podcasts, Justin. I really appreciate that, Parker. That means a lot, bro. And then I don't even know what this means. So
Let me get a heat chickweed. I don't know what that means, but
oh no. Okay, so let's kind of go on to the next question. So you uploaded for 30 days. Did you focus on any particular kind of content? Where did you get your ideas from? That sort of thing.
so actually in the beginning of the 30-day challenge, I made a mistake and something from that mistake, I learned that I will never make a certain type of content. Like I started doing those make money online videos. Like, you know, those videos like that, like Kevin David, no offense. I hate those videos. They don't bring anyone value. Like make $100 a day typing, make $100 a day sleeping, make $100 a day walking. You know, I started making those videos because I was like, I have to make a video every day. I don't
Right.
know what to do. Those videos pull views, but in reality, like it really wasn't me. Like it didn't give anyone value. Like it didn't get a ton of views. And then like towards the end of the month, I started to figure out like what I want to do. And that was content like, you know, trying something to see if it works or if it doesn't work, or you know, or just talking about something I personally do. Like I'm never going to just tell someone to do something anymore that I've never personally tried. Like I've made mistakes on YouTube by, you know, making videos like that in the beginning of my daily challenge, but um you know, I kind of learned from it, and that's a great thing about uploading daily is you kind of figure yourself out. What do you want to talk about every day? Like if you could only talk about something, what would you talk about?
Right. No, absolutely. And I think for anybody who's trying to figure out their content, figure out what they want to do, I mean, I think they need to just throw a bunch of things at the wall and just kind of see what sticks in that regard, you know?
Mhm.
Did you find like a best time to post your videos? You know?
So you hear things like, you know, SEO is the best in the morning, and that is actually proven, but, you know, it doesn't really matter that much. The most important thing is picking a consistent time and uploading at that consistent time. So for me, 2:45 p.m. Eastern, Monday, Friday, I upload. Like
Right.
I guarantee you, you will see a video from me at that time, at that day. I don't really miss that often. You know, Friday, occasionally I do, but for the most part, probably from now on, I will never miss a Friday upload again. At least I'm saying that now, obviously. But you know,
Something
being
might happen.
consistent.
You never know.
Yeah, who knows? But like you got to be consistent with it for like 99% of the time and tell your audience like when you upload, what day you upload. Put it in your banner. That's what I do personally, or just have people know, right? And if you're consistent with it, you know, you'll get that initial bump of views because people wait for it. You as you grow, you build that true fan base, and you know, you get that little bump in views in the beginning. I don't really think there's a specific time that's
I've
best.
I've kind of experienced the same thing though. I like to focus on that like middle afternoon, like
Mhm.
in between 12 and 5, like you said, kind of around that 2:30. I released a video today around 3. I find like when I get it out earlier like that, it just gives more people time into the evening to watch it. And I like to post Monday through Thursday. I've also done some on Saturday afternoon. But
Mhm.
Friday I don't really like to, especially like on my bigger channel. I just feel like people aren't watching it like going into Friday evening. But maybe they
Mhm.
are. I don't know.
And a tip I have for you guys is to look at your natural spikes and views. Like I'm trying to show you my YouTube analytics, but you can see three huge spikes on my channel. Like I can't show you that well, but like at times of the day, like starting like 4 p.m. when the kids get out of school, my views literally go from like 800 per hour to like 2,000 per hour. Like it's crazy. Like it's
Right.
just
So
huge spikes, and that's when you should upload. Like right before that. That's why I upload at 2, or what did I say, 2:45
right.
Eastern time. I'm forgetting when I upload, but yeah, just get in front of that little spike because when people come home, ooh, the wolf has a brand new video up. Gonna go watch it.
No, man, that's very smart. So people should, yeah, focus on the spikes of when your views go up. Dude, that's very smart. That's kind of knowing your audience. Have you ever played with the premiere button?
I have not. I know people who have, and
Right.
a cool thing about it, like this is like from a business standpoint, people can donate when you premiere that. Like they can send you super chats. So if you're monetized, that might be a nice little 5, 10 extra bucks for people who are really, really supportive on your streams. So that's what I think is cool about it. Haven't tried it yet. I do find it kind of annoying as a viewer because I have like seen people's premieres, and I hate how it's 30 minutes. Like I have to wait 30 minutes to watch the video. Are you kidding me?
Right. So I tried to do it today. I didn't really see. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it had a little bit better view velocity. I'm not sure. It might be something that I mess with in the future. But yeah, I know what you're saying. It's kind of annoying. Like you see it
Yeah.
premiering, but then it's kind
Yeah.
of in the back of your mind more so, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, and then again, like your notification squad that might initially immediately want to watch that video,
Mhm.
they're gonna not want to wait 30 minutes on the stream looking at a countdown timer. Like they're gonna forget about it maybe. But you know, it's sorry. It's easy to like kind of play around with it. You know, it might work for you, it might not. It couldn't hurt to
Right.
try.
And if you had like a big, I don't know, if you had like a huge channel and like you had a really big video dropping, I could see how it would kind of be beneficial. You'd have everybody
Mhm.
waiting in the lobby for the premiere, you
Yeah,
know?
that'd be dope. That'd be cool. Like a big video, I'd say 100% try it.
Right. So is your strategy going forward more so those longer videos on, just kind of like we talked about telling the story over a few
Mhm.
days or over the 8 hours in the course of your, in that video you did?
Yeah, and it's just easier for me to make content that way. Like if I go over 7 days, like I can tell a story, I can pick out the clips that are the best, and I think that I can make a really good video over 7 days. So yeah, that's definitely my strategy going forward. Keep doing what
Yeah.
I'm doing. Like I have so many ideas like written down. It's mostly content that I'm making over like several days, and
Right.
I even have one video idea for 2020, and this might be crazy. It's going to be a
Go on, tell
video
me.
for 365 days.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
I'm gonna
What do you
try. It's a stock market investing video,
uh
and I'm gonna try like trading for 365 days. Like I'm gonna try a video like that. I don't
See,
know. It
I
might
don't
be
trust myself in
crazy.
the stock market for 365. Like,
Yeah,
you're gonna forecast, like, basically, what you made each day, and is that what you're kinda saying?
yeah, not every day. I probably have to check in like every 2 weeks or every month in the video,
Right,
but I feel like it'd be kind of cool. Like, or I might do like a 30 days, a 90 days, a year. Like, I don't know. I feel like it would be a video people would be like, dang, he really did it for 365 days and showed the process. Like, it'd
right,
be a video I know would do well, but obviously the time commitment's unbelievable. But the thing is, I learned this from like Mr. Beast and like all the other channels that blow up. You have to do stuff that other people aren't willing to do because YouTube's a competitive platform now. It's been out for a while. If you do
absolutely.
things that other people aren't willing to do, you're going to be successful because you're going to be the only one to make that kind of content. And
Right,
I'm sorry, if I see someone sit for 48 hours and count to 100,000 like Mr. Beast did, like I want to click on that. Like that's
right.
clickable. That's going to have a high click through rate. And, you know, I don't know if people will stay for the entire, him
They
counting to
definitely
100.
won't, but yeah.
Yeah. But if they watch 5 minutes of that 48-hour video, there you go. The video gets recommended.
Right. And I was gonna say, what you could do is break it up into a series, give updates every 2 weeks, and
Mm-hmm.
then literally do the series over the course of a year, and
And
then
then at the end,
take the best parts of each video and make that into the 365. That way you're not having to wait the whole year to drop one video.
drop it on January 1st. Like that'd be crazy. Yeah.
Right. But you take the accumulation of the whole deal because it would in the end, it would still be the same thing, but you would
Mm-hmm.
have done
More
the
content.
whole yeah.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
yeah, you would have built up the interest for it as well. Let's hop back in the chat for a second. If anybody has any questions that you're watching this live, make sure you throw it in the chat. We got a question from Brandon, two player. He says, "Hey, I'm trying to start selling iPhone on eBay. Can you give me more tips of what should I resell for profit?" I
Yeah,
think
so
he means what kind of phones, I guess.
Yeah, so I get people DMing me on Instagram a lot, and the key is what I did in the beginning. I looked up on YouTube people to give me instructions on how to get phones for cheap. Like there's so many videos out there. Like I have a video phone flipping for beginners that is actually filmed in this room because this is where I used to like film videos. But it's a bad quality video, but has really good information. Like I used to tell you, where to get your phones, how to get them for cheap, how to negotiate. Like I touched on everything. Like YouTube is a great place to look. And as for the best phones to buy right now, the highest profit margin is on like the iPhone 7 and up. And the reason for that, is because, for an iPhone 6 to make a profit, you're going to have to buy it for like 40, $50. Like that's the fact. And like people are going to think like, oh, I bought it for 300 or 400 like 4 years ago. And they're going to be less likely to accept that deal. Whereas on like an iPhone X, you can pay 300 for it and flip it for 500. So it's different. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Okay, awesome. Yeah, great, man. That's a excellent response to that. Kyle Dexter says hello. I'm back. Welcome back,
Welcome back.
Kyle Dexter. Megan Phillips says hi. And
Hello.
then Austin White says hi as well.
Hello, Austin. Hope you're doing well.
Right. And then Kyle Dexter has a question. What do you say when asking someone if you want them to buy something? So I assume he means like if you're approaching people that you want to buy candy, how would you
Mhm.
approach and what would kind of be your pitch to them?
Well, now that the kids know me, it's a little bit easier because they kind of know what I'm doing. But
Right.
what I used to do is like, hey, I'm selling candy. Are you guys interested in any? And I start listing off what I have. You know, I have Kit Kats, I have Skittles, I've got Starburst, I've got Reese's. Like I just start listing it off. And another thing I realized is you got to show the candy in your hand because when people see what you have, they're like, oh dang, I want that. So you
Yeah,
got to
makes
pull
it
it out, just pull it out and show them. And
right.
some people will be like, "No, I don't want any." And then there's going to be one person who buys from you, and I've realized it's like a chain reaction. One
Right.
person buys, all their friends want to buy suddenly.
That's got to be kind of sketchy, huh? You roll up with your book sack and you kind of like unzip it and you're like, hey, this is what I got.
Yeah, there's so many kids literally make so many drug jokes. It's like, oh, it's like you're selling drugs. Like that's like all my comments on my videos. Everyone at my school, like that's literally the number one thing people say. But I just kind of ignore it to be honest.
Right. Because I mean, what are you going to do? You
At
know?
the end of the day, I'm walking away with the bag. So like,
Right. You got
the
to
bag
make
of
sales here, you know?
yeah.
So how many videos a week? You did 30 for 30. Are we settled on 2 videos a week from
Yep,
now on?
Monday, Friday. I've kind of been settled on that. Like Monday, I try to release like my big video for the week. This week, I didn't quite get it. Like I released like a short video on Monday, but this
Right.
Friday is like my big video. I tried to get up on Monday, but yeah, Monday, Friday, I try to do like an evergreen video. What I mean by that is like a video that will consistently get views over a long period of time, and then I try to do like a banger video. The video I talked about, like selling candy at school for 1 week. I purposely tried to make that video hit, and it worked.
Right. And then for those of people who don't know, Evergreen is more something that's going to be dominating in search. Like it's
Mhm,
getting more search traffic, right? I mean, it could get
mhm.
browse traffic, but like, you know.
Probably won't. Yeah. It's
So,
something that's, go ahead. You can
no, go
explain
ahead. You're
it.
good.
Yeah, it's something that someone's gonna look up on YouTube, like a video like how to tie your shoe. That would be evergreen because people are gonna look up on YouTube, how to tie your shoe, and then you're
For
gonna come
forever.
up, and then your video is gonna continuously get searched. Like it's not gonna get recommended because, like, to be honest, like who's just gonna watch like for entertainment purposes or for a video how to tie your shoe? Like they're not gonna be interested in that. It's just for very specific types of people.
Right. So, this week, the week that, or the video that you dropped on Monday, your Evergreen content, was it the
Mhm.
top candies to sell at school or top food to sell at school?
Yeah, it was top 5 candies to sell at school. So that's done well for other people. I actually made a video of the best candies to sell in school, but now that I have a little bit more experience, I try to kind of keep it at a list of 5 candies that I think are the best.
How does it make you feel like now that you're really getting some good traction on YouTube? How does it make you feel in the discrepancy in the views? Because like you did the I filled out online surveys video and that literally got like I think it's got over 40K views on it right now, right?
Yeah.
And then you just did the candy video and that one's got closer to 3K views on it. Does it bother you at all or are you more
Um,
so focused on the long-term content strategy?
so I kind of know what should get views and what shouldn't. Like, I knew that top 5 candies video wasn't going to get 30,000 views. Like I
Right.
just knew it. Like I made the video for my audience and that's my evergreen videos. Like, they'll maybe get 10,000 views over a period of time. I don't expect it to be a banger. Like, but like, with the online service video, I did that with the intention of making it a hit. And if I make a video that's supposed to like be like a banger, I think it's going to get 100,000 views, and it gets a couple thousand instead. I'm not going to be angry about it because I make enough content that I don't need to worry about it, and not everything's going to work out the way you think. Like YouTube has so many struggles. You're At the end of the day, you're in the hands of the algorithm, and you can only know so much about it. An algorithm change can change things for your channel, but I really do love making content at the same time, and I'm starting to make good money from it. So it's kind of like it's going well for me.
All right. So can you give us any insight or any, let us in on what the future big videos are going to be?
All right, yeah, I can give you guys a little sneak peek. So I've got my Instagram series. Like I'm going to be growing an account and like showing you guys the process over several days, as I mentioned, so that there's a long watch time. It's a longer video, and it's also kind of clickbaity because I'm going to talk about how many followers I gained, and people will be like, oh, how many followers did you gain in 1 week of doing it? like that kind of stuff, or 1 month of doing it or 2 weeks of doing it. People want to know, so they click on it. And
Right.
other content, I'm going to continue like my risky business where I sell, product in front of another store, like, selling donuts in front of Dunkin' Donuts, selling candy in front of the movie theater, selling McDonald's in front of Burger King, like that kind of stuff. Because people think it's funny, so they'll click on it. And I can make it a longer video by going up to multiple people, asking them if they want to buy, and kind of making it a journey.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, man. Focusing on that story. So me and you both make longer content.
Mhm.
Obviously, because we like the mid-roll ads.
Heck yeah.
What's your ad strategy? Like, do you want to pack the front end of the video? Do you not want to put too many ads because you don't want to discourage viewers? What's the deal with
Mhm.
that?
So this is something I haven't perfected yet because I've been told both things, and I'm nervous of doing what most people tell me to do, which is pack the video with ads. And quick play, I shout out to you guys if you're still here. I don't know if you are, but you guys told me load your video with ads. That's what they do. You can see in their videos they've got like 7 to 10 ads, and something I need to be doing, I think, on especially the videos that are getting a lot of views. But I'm nervous to do it because I don't want my watch time to be hurt. Like that's a
Right.
big thing of the algorithm for a video, and I feel like it might hurt it. In their experience, it hasn't. And YouTube tends to promote videos that are monetized and are actually making money. They haven't officially said that, but from being monetized to not being monetized, like I know there's a big difference. Like the second my channel got monetized, my videos like started getting recommended a little bit more. I feel like you're in a whole different algorithm when you're
Right.
monetized than when you're not monetized. Not to say you aren't promoted as a small channel, you're just promoted differently. So
Yeah, as soon as you get monetized, it's like a switch
mm,
is put on, and they put you in front of more people because, like you said, YouTube is a business. If they can make money on your videos, the more money they can make, the harder they're going to push you, right?
and that's why they push 10-minute plus videos as well,
Right.
because they have ads, right? And my ad strategy, more specific, when we're getting more specific here, is I load the back end of the video, because the closer they get to the end, they're not gonna jump off right before I tell you how much money I made or how many followers I gained on Instagram. They're gonna have to sit through that ad. I'm sorry, like
Right.
they're gonna sit through some ads before I tell them, right? And if I do it right in the front, they're like, oh, I still got 9 minutes and I'm getting this stupid ad. Like they're going to be more likely to just swipe down, click the X button, and stop watching the video.
Right. It's good to have that strategic ad placement,
Mm-hmm.
at those right points, like right before you tell them how much money it's
Yeah.
gonna make, which is it's kind of messed up. But at the end of the day, I mean, if y'all got, if anybody got YouTube Red, they wouldn't be even presented with ads.
Heck yeah. And like, to be honest, most people on my channel don't care. They're like, hell yeah, load the video with ads. I want to support you. Like, there's so many cool people in the financial niche. Like, this is compared to like a ton of different niches on YouTube. Like, if I made entertainment videos and I talked about how much I love money, because to be honest, I love money. Like, it's my favorite thing. Like,
I
probably one
mean,
of my favorite things. Like, who
right,
doesn't? But if you said, oh, I love doing YouTube, like I have a lot of fun and I make a ton of money from it, or not a ton or a lot of money,
right.
people will be like, "Oh, you're so money hungry." But in this niche of money, of finance, they'll be like, "Heck yeah!" Like make some fans. Yeah,
Makes them because they understand. They
yeah.
understand
They
the
understand
hustle.
because they have the same thoughts as you. They have a business likely too, or they're trying to start a business. They're like, "Heck yeah, monetize it."
Right. So the current YouTube, and I think a smart thing to do with regards to the videos and all the ads is, because I kind of fell into the same thing. I want to make the most amount of money, but I also want to make sure I'm not having people click off too quickly. So the videos that have kind of died out for me that I still have that are over 10 minutes, those are the ones that I kind of packed with ads as kind of a
Mhm,
test. Because if YouTube kind of pushes those back out and I notice those taking off a little bit more, I'm like, okay, obviously there's
mhm,
a correlation between the amount of ads being presented and how much you're being pushed, you know?
mhm. Have you seen a correlation?
I haven't yet. I haven't done it too. I've just started messing around with it. So I just went back in and started adding more ads. Before I wasn't even trying to make my videos that long. I wasn't really focusing on that. But now I'm kind of just how we were talking about the story. I'm trying to build that story up more, and I'm trying to increase. You know, I'm
Mhm,
trying to increase the videos. Minutes because ultimately it's all about watch time and it's all about that's how you get ranked is based on if you have more watch time you have more authority on the platform really.
mhm. Yeah.
Uh,
So do I want to address the next question? How much
yeah
did I
yeah yeah
make in
yeah
November? All right. I knew this was a question of yours, and I have no problem answering it because Monday I have a video coming on how much I made from all of my businesses in November. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, since if you're following me or you're subscribed to Forever Self-Employed and you're on the podcast, like you deserve it. Like you're a real fan
Right.
watching like an hour podcast. So I'm going to tell you guys, I made $3,200 in total from all of my businesses in November. And from ad revenue on YouTube, I made $2,800.
Wow, man. Wow. Isn't that kind of nice? You can kind of pull back on the phone flipping a
Yeah.
little bit. You can go deep on YouTube a little bit more.
Yeah, it is nice. Like I haven't gotten the check yet, so I don't have the cash like in my bank account yet, but I'm excited for it because I'm actually going to be spending the money on the business again. Like I'm going to be building like a setup in the room that I record videos that's like a little bit more quality so that people like it and they know I'm taking YouTube seriously. And I'm going to be investing just to make the content better in the beginning.
What are you going to be investing in?
Just like I'm gonna get like a desk. I'm gonna get multiple lights, like a better camera. I have a decent camera. I just want to, maybe get a better one and just invest in the content overall so that I'm able to make better videos. And in specifics, like I'm gonna get a different desks and I'm gonna be like rearranging my room so that I'm facing a wall, get a better background than what I normally have in my videos.
Right.
And just that's what I'm gonna be doing. Just building a full-on setup so I take YouTube seriously. It'll just be easier to make videos for me.
I'm surprised that that video where you documented that app that pays you to walk. I'm surprised that didn't blow up more.
Yeah, so it's funny. Ryan Scribner and I actually like both made that video. Like I watch a lot of his content, so I kind of take some motivation from motivation from what he does.
Right.
And I mean, I actually like was gonna make the Sweatcoin video. Like I thought about doing it, and then he made the video, and I didn't see it blow up yet. Like this was before the video blew up. Like I didn't just make it because his got 2 million views. I actually had that idea, and then he made the video, and I was like, dang, okay, I gotta jump on this now. Like it's actually a
Right.
good idea. So I made it after he did. And I mean, mine didn't blow up. The watch time wasn't great, so I
But
don't know.
that was before you were getting,
That
all
was
the
before I
candy
was
people.
monetized too.
Oh, really? Okay, that could have made
Hmm.
a difference as well. Do you know how many views his video got on walking or getting
Like
paid to walk?
1.9 million, I think.
Oh my gosh, man. I know that especially like whenever Jaime started blowing up, him and Reyes on YouTube, I was like
Yeah,
I was doing everything I could to get in the recommendeds of like
yeah,
their recommended. I would like put their name in the tags. I was putting their
dude.
name in like the description.
Something I do to try and rank a video of mine is I'll like if I make a video on Instagram, I'll link up a viral Instagram video to hope it gets recommended on that one. Like today I finished my Instagram video that's gonna come out on Friday, and I linked up Bia Heza. He has like a big like channel. He talks about like
Right.
Instagram and stuff. I linked up his video. If it gets recommended on a 1.2 million view video, that's gonna be great.
Yeah, and it just so happened that Sean the Hustler was in here too, and I'm pretty sure that Sean the Hustler he posted his first vending video around that same time, at least doing a
Mhm.
collection, and I'm pretty sure that he got in some of the recommendeds because that video got like 500,000 views on it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he was fortunate enough, dude. If you can find your way into those suggested videos, I
Heck
mean,
yeah.
that's where it's at. So this is gonna be my last question that I have. So if anybody else wants to throw, anybody else that's in here watching the live stream, if y'all have any other questions, make sure y'all go ahead and throw them in the chat now so we can answer those before we get off of here. But Will, what advice would you give to yourself, like to your beginning self? So like yourself that just got on YouTube, what would you say to, that Will?
Um, well, in the beginning of YouTube, like I was making 3-minute videos just literally in this room. Like I used to record in this room and I would just, get on the camera, one take, maybe two takes, and I would talk about something I liked. And it was a great way to kind of get started, but I didn't know anything about YouTube. Like I didn't know click-through rates. Like I didn't know anything important. I didn't know anything about the YouTube analytics. And I didn't find channels like Daryl Eves until later on. Like I didn't meet anyone who knew anything about YouTube. I just kind of turned on the camera and I got 30 views and I was like, why am I not getting more views? Like I make awesome content. Like
Right.
I didn't think of it of the in the perspective of the viewer. Like I didn't think like would I want to watch this video?
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of turned the camera on and talked about it.
Right.
But another thing about YouTube is I would have gone out and found those channels that teach you about YouTube right away, and I would have kind of reached out to some larger creators right off the bat, telling them that I'm interested in learning. And I get people reach out to me asking about YouTube, and I'm happy to answer their question. Obviously, it takes me a little bit to get back sometimes, but I always get back. I always send them a voice message on a tip So if you reach out to enough people, you'll get some really good advice.
So
So
would you say that you would have collabed more if you could go back in time and redo it?
not just collab. I mean, collabs are great. I did that
Or
a little bit,
asking for advice is what you're saying?
asking for advice, or help someone else, and maybe get some advice from them, and just find those channels that teach you about YouTube, and find channels that are succeeding in your niche and see what they're doing, not just copying their content, but copying how they're making their videos, like how they're like getting people to watch so long, and learning about stuff like that.
Right, right, right. All right, dude. Awesome. So we got a couple more questions we're gonna address in the chat. If anybody has any questions, make sure you'll go ahead and throw them in there. We're about to conclude this live stream. I'm not even sure. Odie Bros says, "Do you own an ATM?"
No, I do not. I actually might make a video on trying an ATM business. It's expensive though. Like I'm gonna be
It's
honest, like
expensive,
I've only
yeah.
got so much money. Like the YouTube ad revenue is only gonna go so far for me. So,
Dude,
you
but if
know,
you can get into some of that big boy ad revenue, like
oh
if you made
yeah,
10K or something, oh man, I'd be
100%.
so willing to invest in an ATM just to see.
Heck yeah. Just to see, yeah, show people the process, and like that machine's gonna make me money too. So I'm not concerned. Like if I can break even on the business, make a video,
Right.
and teach people about it, I'd be happy.
And there's a dude that really grew his channel around the ATM business. One of his videos popped up and recommended for me, and like he just bought his ATM, he put it in a bar, and all he does is just go to the bar and fill it up with cash, and
Mhm.
he
and
just
business and
yeah
businesses with high barriers to entry. So this is like economics talk right here.
mhm,
So if you have a high barrier to entry, meaning like it takes a lot of work or a lot of time or a lot of money to make a certain type of video, there's not going to be a lot of competition. So, if ATMs, for example, there's probably not a ton of YouTubers that document their ATM business because it's expensive to get into.
right.
While there's a ton of YouTubers who talk about how to make money online for free, like how to make money typing, there's a ton of people talking about that because there's not a high barrier to entry to do that. So,
So oversaturated, bro. Like so many people
exactly.
have said
And
that.
like vending,
I've
it's becoming
agreed.
more oversaturated because you can get into it for $100.
Right.
So,
Or if you get honor boxes, I mean, you can get into it for even cheaper than that.
exactly. Yeah. So if you either put a lot of time or a lot of effort into a video, and it might blow up, and ATMs is something I'm definitely maybe getting into just because
Do
I
you
think it's
know
interesting.
how much it would cost to get into the ATM business? I'm pretty sure the ATM itself would cost like 3 grand. I think
Yeah.
that's
Plus filling that thing up with money,
right.
with
You're filling it up with
cash.
cash. Yeah,
Ah,
cold
that would
hard
hurt.
cash.
Yeah, that would hurt. You probably
I
have to
mean,
put a couple grand in it.
right, right, right. So I think you'd at least need 5 or 6 grand in order to
Yeah.
get it going. Mr. Beast says, we got Mr. Beast in here.
Mr. Beast is wanting to buy my
Mr.
channel.
Beast wants to buy your YouTube channel. Is it okay to buy a YouTube channel?
Um,
I don't know why you would want to.
no.
I don't think that's a good
I've
idea, like
I've seen
whatsoever.
someone successfully do it though. I've seen
No
someone
way.
successfully
Who?
do it. I forgot his name, but this guy used to buy channels, and he didn't even make the content himself. Like he would hire freelancers to make videos for him, and he
Right.
had like 18 different channels.
No
Like he just had people
way.
make videos. Like he buy channels in one niche, and sometimes he'd convert it to like a higher CPM niche so he can get the channel for cheap. And he would buy them monetized, so he didn't have to go through the entire process of like getting that done. But it's for very few people because for the most
So they
part.
were already niched, and he like just
Mhm.
had people make content for him.
Hmm. Yeah, he just kept it up, but it's difficult because for my channel, for example, like I'm the financial wolf. Like
Hmm.
if I had my mom go up and make videos for me, like no one would want to watch because people watch for my personality. Like if they really wanted to watch for selling candy at school, or they really wanted to watch for, vending, like they could go to anyone else. Like there's
Right.
there's people who want to watch for me because like I have a unique story, right? I'm 17. There's not a lot of people on YouTube doing this,
Right.
especially my age. So people watch for me. Like they don't watch for, just the content only.
Hey, I completely agree. Let's see. Random top 10. Financial Wolf. Are you going to start an ATM business? We kind of covered that just now,
Yeah,
but that's funny to
appreciate
hit the
you
same
asking. Yeah, people
question.
are people are interested.
Absolutely. Let's give a shout out to Game Night Dan, who
Yo,
says
man.
yo. And you guys make sure you get your questions in if anybody has any questions because we're about to wrap it up. He says I sell candy at school too. Me and my buddy made 100 each.
Nice,
It's
man.
not a bad payday at all, man. It's not
Heck
a bad
yeah.
payday at all. LOL. I am one of them on Instagram that always asks how much you made. LOL. This guy must follow you on Instagram
Yeah.
and
Yeah. I
ask you how
mean,
much you made.
yeah, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. In any business, ask me.
Right, right, right. Are you gonna do this as a job? I would assume that they're talking about YouTube.
Um, yes, I want to go full time so bad. Like that'd be dope if I could make full time YouTube videos and like try all these different businesses, do all these different businesses, and like grow all these different businesses. So if I can make enough from YouTube to live, and then like if I document businesses I'm trying and growing those businesses,
Right.
like that'd be really cool. Like I could film me making money and making a full time income from that. So that's definitely a goal of mine. I think I'll be able to do it because
I think that's every YouTuber's goal, though, right? Is to do
yeah.
YouTube full time.
I think I'll be able to do it though. Like, yeah, I mean, it's definitely a goal of mine. I'm sure it's a goal of yours, right?
Right, absolutely. But I mean, you really, in order to become a full time YouTuber, I think you really have to diversify your income, just
Hmm.
because you never know what could happen, man. Your views could dry up for a few months, or
Hmm.
you just don't make videos that hit. If that was the case for me, if my videos dried up, dude, I'd literally start doing like 30-day challenges. Like, just,
Hmm.
I don't know. I'd just start going crazy and just making up crazy titles and just, I don't know, just
Yeah,
really
yeah.
reaching, you know? Okay. Do you think the vending business is worth it? I think is what they meant to
So
say.
this is some of the controversy I have on my channel because
Okay.
I actually stopped my vending machine business.
Right.
And the reason for that is the return on investment just isn't there. And I'm not saying it's a bad business.
Hmm.
It's location dependent. So if you have, a triple head in a really good spot, you're making a crap ton of money a month. You're probably making $60. The machine might have cost you $100. While in my situation, I had a terrible location. I had a $120 machine making $2 a month.
I mean,
And
yeah.
yeah, it's not worth it for me. I sold the location. There is the argument, you could have found a better location for it. I could have, but I was focusing on other things. Like I want to try different businesses. I've made 11 episodes on vending machines, and people weren't really digging it as much. And I had other content that people really liked, and I wasn't really enjoying the business because I like to be engaged. Like I don't like to just leave it
Yeah.
there and make some money. I mean, sure, it's nice if it's actually making money,
Hmm.
but
One of my
yeah.
big gripes with the vending business was I like to do a good job for my customers and then like have a repeat business. But whenever your vending machine is at a location, it's like, I mean, you weren't as big. Like you didn't have the full machines like snack machines, drink machines.
Hmm.
But whenever
Oh
you
yeah.
get into that scenario, it's like every time you go there, there's always a problem, or the machine took someone's money, or it's just they're never like satisfied customers. Like, thank you so much. The vending machine is working perfectly. Everything is
Hmm.
perfect. You know what I mean? It's never like that. So that's my feud with the vending business. I would say for the younger kids, especially the younger kids on your channel, a good way for them to go is to get into the honor box business,
Hmm.
because it's like very cheap to get into. I mean, you're selling candy essentially. So I think that would be a good way to go. A good starter business for some kids to get into.
100%. I couldn't agree more. That's a
Right.
great way to get in to
Right.
it. I
And
might
make
have to
it
make a video about it.
right, right, right. And then leverage how old you are, dude. Like if you started going business to business and say, "Hey, I'm a 17-year-old kid. I'm just trying to make a little money and also contribute to a good charity that I support." Tell me that, 9 out of 10 businesses wouldn't say
Hmm.
yes to that.
Uh-huh. That
Um,
could, yeah.
yeah, that could work. Kafuzzled wants to know if you're gonna do a 10K subscriber special. I guess at
Dude,
this point you're gonna have to do a 15K.
yeah, I told you. Like, remember, we talked about this. I was trying to do a 10K subscriber special, but I couldn't figure out how to get a live stream with multiple people. Like, I was going to do a live stream, I was going to have everything. And I'm just working on getting a really good setup. And, just because of like where I was at, like, I just didn't end up doing it. And it kind of came and went pretty quick. But I really do appreciate 10K, guys. Like, don't think I'm not thankful. Like, I was hyped for 10K. I posted on my Instagram story like in the middle of the school day. I walked out of class. I was like, 10K, baby. Like I was filming like in the hallway. I was hyped. So follow me on Instagram if you want to like, hear about like progress with my YouTube or with any other business. Cause I'm not just doing YouTube. I make money from other things as well.
Right, this guy Kafuzzled, man, he was really angry about it because he said, "How come you haven't addressed
Dude,
10K?" He also
I'm
threw that in the
so
chat.
happy about it. Like you have no idea. It just didn't work out with the live stream. Like I was trying to figure it out. I even asked you, like, do you want to do a live stream? And I didn't know exactly how to do it.
Right, 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 right. How many subscribers did you have before you went viral? We kind of covered that in the
Uh,
beginning, but
like 2000.
2,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
That's a good way to go. Let's see. Mr. Nice Gaming says hi, and then this will probably be the last question. What's Honor Box? I don't know if you want to break that down or
Yeah, so it's like a cardboard box you put into businesses like with like lollipops, like candy canes, like different types of candy. And someone can take a candy and donate some money. I believe you give a portion of it to charity. You keep a portion as a profit,
Right.
and it all around helps people. And it's a very small thing to put in a business. You just go to the business owner, hey, could I put this little box to raise money for blah blah blah? Sure, yeah, why not? You take a small percentage for yourself, you donate a percentage to the business, and you make some money. It's super cheap to get
Yeah.
into. I might have to make a video about it now.
Easy peasy, lemon
And
squeezy.
if you want to, I'm gonna give him a shout out. Azan Khan. He
Always a good
makes it
place to go. Yeah.
a good place to go if you want to learn about it.
Absolutely. Well, man, that kind of wraps this whole podcast up. Any final words? Do you want to plug anything? I mean, obviously you're growing so fast at this point. I mean, even if you plug this on my
No,
channel, but you know.
no big deal. Yeah. So my YouTube channel is The Financial Wolf. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on YouTube. I make pretty cool content. I try all these different businesses and I show how it went for me or give my opinion on it. So
Right.
yeah, thank you so much for having me. I hope I was a good guest for you. And I hope I dropped some value.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate everybody who hopped in the chat, especially everybody who came over from your channel. I mean, it meant a lot, to have people in the chat. It's just fun. It adds
Uh-huh.
to the value. And dude, I appreciate you so much for coming on, man.
Yep.
So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. My name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed. And until next time, hustle hard and get that money, baby. Peace.
Peace out.